Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what we do every year in our freedom gardens and how we help people with seeds, and the fact that, you know, having our freedom gardens is a way that we not only feed ourselves and our families, but also community members, right? And we put so much work into our freedom gardens. And, you know, when we harvest, we either dehydrate or we pressure can, or we have just farm to table dinners. And it's wonderful, right? What a feeling that is. But what if you put in all this work and you sow your seeds, and some jack literally decides to come to your property and destroy all of your hard work? Well, that happened. That happened not to me, but to a woman who grows and donates food to those in need. Someone literally dumped salt all over her garden and destroyed her harvest. And this should bring awareness to every single one of us who, you know, maybe you have your garden and you go to farmers markets and you sell your harvest, or you help out your friends and families and your neighbors and you know, people in your community and things like that. This should bring awareness, especially to those, you know, who maybe you have just one of those neighbors, one of those, you know what I mean? And maybe they complain all the time and they're just one of those, you know, and just be careful. Be careful. Know your surroundings. Know the people who are around you. You know what I mean? One of those. So this woman, her name is Carly. She grows fruits and veggies for people in need. And her garden, like I said, was vandalized with salt. Now, I'm not sure what kind of salt. I know that a lot of us use Epsom salts in our gardens, right? But it couldn't have been Epsom salt unless it was just an overabundance of Epsom salt, but I doubt it. So she can't reuse that land because there was that much salt. So she says she plans to turn the space into a community center. Now, she does feed more than 1,600 people amid the cost of living crisis in the UK. And they have found that when they found that, you know, her garden was vandalized with salt, that killed all of her crops. And strangers literally poured donations and local offers to help restore her land. And that's awesome. But this is just heart-wrenching to me, because this should have never happened. It should have never, ever happened.
I'm absolutely heartbroken. Someone's jumped over in the night and put salt all over the land. That means everything I've planted won't grow. And I can't replant on it because it won't grow. So all the hours and hours and hours of work that we've put in is now dead. And they've done it everywhere. How could you do that? Literally. I hope it makes you happy. I really do. Top person. But you know what? You won't stop me, because I'll just pick it all up and I'll carry on. Okay, I can't plant in this section, but I'll carry on. You won't stop me whatsoever.
So, as you saw, she was crying, and I cried along with her. She has this initiative. It's called A Meal on Me with Love, which assembles fruits and veggies that she grows from her garden in Harlow, England, into donation boxes, and she delivers to those who need. She said, I have single-handedly fed 190 people, transformed my whole garden into an allotment. And someone literally trespassed onto her plot of land, poured copious amounts of salt to destroy hours and hours of work that she's put in. Everything that I've planted, she said, will not grow. I cannot replant because it will not grow. So I cannot imagine her heartbreak. I really cannot. It's just so hard to watch. So here is something else that she had to say. Here's like an update, okay? And I'm just happy that she is able to carry on, if you will.
Thank you so much for the donations, bless you. It really does mean a lot. I'm still absolutely heartbroken. I went down there today to do digging, and all I could taste was salt in the air. I had to keep going, to the point I had to keep going for a drink, because that's all you can taste. And it's not even that. It's, I think about the onions that we planted, the kids planted, and they sat there and they even said to me, is this going, who's this going to? And I said, it's going to a family that needs it. And bless them, they were so excited to do it. And it's heartbreaking, because I see all their little onions all destroyed. And then, those onions would have fed 300 families. So I've lost a lot. And also then they put it all over the potatoes, which was 5 rows of them. The amount of work, I can't even begin to tell you, that's gone into that allotment is unbelievable. And it's not just from me, it's from volunteers loving what I do and wanting to join in, which is what I wanted to do, to bring the community closer. It won't stop me, I'll carry on. I'm just very heartbroken at the moment, just because of the children coming down and the children doing it as well, you know. I just think it's cruel. It's so wicked. Why? What? Literally, why would you do that? Being a grower themselves, they must have been, because who knows that salt kills everything in the land? Did you know that? So it had to be a grower, and it was over 5 kilograms worth of salt. It wasn't a child going to his mum's kitchen cupboard and doing it just for fun. It was a lot of salt. I've managed to dig up a lot of it with helpers. Thank you, HTS, so much. Steve and Max, thank you. They were on call and they came down to help me. And, but what can I do? I should be able to cover it in topsoil and hopefully be able to neutralise it a bit. So I'll be able to grow something on it. I don't know. I think I'm going to turn it into a seating area where elders can come down and we can have tea and coffee and cakes and chats and things like that. Hopefully a little cook station, so different ethnic groups in our community can come down and take turns in cooking their meals, so we all get to try them and see. It's just for everyone, it's not even for me. I don't benefit from this. But thank you so much, honestly. I'm absolutely overwhelmed by everyone's comments and everything. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
And she's doing all of this because as inflation prices hit record highs, many English citizens have faced an increased risk of hunger. In the last year alone, the number of UK children experiencing food poverty has almost doubled. And when you have an angel like we have in this woman, and she is willing to put in the hard work to feed her neighbors and community members, and then you have someone who is so devilish to come along and destroy all of her hard work and to literally empty the bellies of neighbors, children, the elderly. It's heartbreaking. but she won't be defeated. And that's wonderful. Regardless of what may push us back 10 spaces, there will always be something to pick us back up and push us back, push us forward 20 spaces. That's what communities are for. That's why I'm so thankful for the community that I have here. The prepper community is amazing. And I don't know where I would be without this community. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless.